Hello and welcome to the 5 minutes to pass your exam for financial reporting. The expectation at this stage is application and analysis. These requirements are the way you need to communicate and apply your knowledge in the exam. They are a list of verbs that you need to ensure you apply the appropriate response to in your exam question. When presented with an exam question, you should have an easy process on how to convert this into an answer that will get at least 50% of the marks. My suggestion would be 1. Read the question carefully. Take your time in thinking about an approach and solution. If you start writing too quickly, you will miss key points and marks. And remember, answer the question asked. 2. Cover the whole syllabus but concentrate on the key areas that I discuss later. 3. Make sure you are applying a solution to the scenario. A good way of doing this is making sure that each recommendation or suggestion you make can be tied into an issue identified or highlighted in the case study. If not, it is not relevant to the solution. And 4. Pay careful attention to the requirements. There may be more than one action required to be completed. It is important to know what you are facing when going into your exam. This is a 3-hour 10-minute exam with the first 10 minutes allocated to reading the CBE instructions. All questions are compulsory, so planning and time management are vital throughout the exam. Section A is worth 30 marks and has 15 objective test questions from any part of the syllabus. Section B is also worth 30 marks and has 15 objective test case questions. You will be provided with 3 cases and 5 questions and will be asked on each. There will be in-depth knowledge of selected topics such as accounting for financial instruments, impairment, and leasing required. Section C is 2 questions worth 20 marks each. These questions are constructive response questions requiring the use of a spreadsheet or text editor. Not only is question practice important, but practice using the CBE format is also key. These can be done on the LearnSignal platform. Suggested areas of focus is on preparation and analysis of individual and consolidated financial statements, including going from trial balance to a set of individual financial statements, preparation of statement of cash flows for an individual entity, preparation of a set of consolidated financial statements, and computation and analysis of ratios. There are a number of key resources to use. Firstly, examiner reports are released every 3 months. Key areas of poor performance are consistently the same. You will need to learn from this. These reports offer tips for how students can maximize marks, including showing the application of the own-figure rule. Technical articles are also a vital source of information. They focus on new technical areas but also on exam technique. Key recent additions include Revised Conceptual Framework, Financial Instruments, Goodwill, Analyzing a Statement of Cash Flows, Provisions, and Analysis Technique. I will now take you through specific advice and feedback using the 2 questions in the September-December 2018 exam paper. Take note of this advice and apply the learnings to all questions and not just those specific areas that questions relate to. Firstly, we look at due company. There are common calculation errors such as how students struggle with the request that is outside the set format of workings they have learned. Lack of workings shown in the ratio calculations is another issue. There are common analysis errors, lack of group-related issues, generic statements that ignore the scenario. Again, the analysis is focused on performance and neglects the position, and there's a common lack of conclusion. For due company, positive performance was noted in the area of non-current asset entries, convertible instruments, and revenue recognition. However, there were some poorer performance noted, including lack of understanding on the statement of changes in equity, significant minority interest not attempting earnings per share, and questions involving deferred tax. So there is financial reporting in 5 minutes. Apply this advice throughout your study and use for each question during exam bootcamp, and you'll give yourself a great chance of passing. Pass rates are generally around 50%, so you have roughly a 1 in 2 chance of passing. But don't take a chance. Follow this guide and you should be able to leave financial reporting in the past. Best of luck.